Ladies, let's talk makeup. If you are over 40, like me, you've probably noticed that the techniques we used in our 20s or 30s, or the ones that are trending amongst young girls now, don't quite work the same way anymore. I know that because I've been there too. With time, I realized that my old makeup routine wasn't doing me any favors. Our skin changes, our features evolve, and what once worked for us might now accentuate things that we would rather soften. But here's the good news, a few tweaks can make all the difference. But today, I am not going to gatekeep. I'm sharing everything that I have learned, no secrets, just honest 18 or I think even more than 18 tips to help you look and feel your best at any age. Let's redefine beauty together. Because makeup after 40 isn't about hiding, it is about enhancing. Let's dive in. So I first primed my skin with a moisturizer like this one from Merit, but you can use any moisturizer or primer or a combination of both in one like this moisturizing primer. I then went ahead and applied a color corrector, this humble little NYX color corrector that I'm a huge fan of. Apply this only in the areas where you notice deep discoloration and you want to correct color in those areas. Simply put, wherever you're going to be applying your concealer, you first apply your color corrector and then make sure to dab this color corrector in its own place using the warmth of your fingertips. It'll really blend in beautifully. After this, you don't need a thick layer of concealer all the way from your inner eye corner, under your eyes, going up to the outer eye corners. Just apply a little bit of your favorite concealer only in those few spots that you want to bring out, that are sinking in, not everywhere. But make sure you let your concealer settle into your skin for a few minutes before you start blending it in. And then just press it in its own place. Just dab, dab, dab without budging it. Don't pull the product from its place. A concealer brush for this is helpful. If it wasn't for camera, I may not even have applied foundation after this. But if you need to apply a foundation, then having a foundation like this one's called Minimalist Foundation from the brand Merit in the shade Khaki. It is so hard to find right skin colors, especially in the US, and this one is smooth, it glides beautifully. It's a buildable foundation, meaning if you apply the shade, let's say 1 or 2 shades lighter than my khaki color, which is my foundation color, I could even use it as a concealer. Depending on how you apply it, you could go for a light, medium, or full coverage, all with the same foundation. So instead of applying a full coverage foundation, which can give you a very heavy look, I applied this foundation, this lightweight foundation, but the technique of application makes it full coverage. So I don't pull the foundation from its place, if you notice. There are no long strokes and no swipes across your face. I applied it in all the areas where I don't have the concealer, but overall when I tap this product in its own place, or sometimes you could even use it in circular motion, it continues to give you good coverage without having to use a heavier product. Now let's talk about eyes. And you're right, what I have in my hand is my contour color, not an eyeshadow palette. And I use this to keep my whole makeup look more monochromatic and not distracting with different colors. And for this, I prefer to use a color that I'm going to use my face to contour my natural facial features as my natural eyeshadow color, as well as a secret that I'll share with you later in this video on how I use this color around my lips. That'll come later. But I want you to take a look at this popular model from yesteryears where she has done light eye makeup in the wrong place. That is this eye bag here, which is exaggerating that eye bag. Remember, any light color is going to bring attention to that feature and it'll bring that feature outward. That's why it is called highlighting. So instead of that lighter color, if you use a slightly deeper color, like this contour color in your inner eye area, it pushes it in and takes that attention away from the bags here. As you age, you start to develop a bag on your inner corners of your upper eyelids. Light colors are only going to exaggerate it. So I suggest you use the same color that you're going to use to contour your face in this area. So watch the area that I'm covering in this clip. It's the upper part of the upper eyelid. That's how I put it, as well as the inner eye area where you have the bag formation. There are so many reasons for you to use this color around your eyes. Notice when you were younger, you could get away with a brighter, shimmery color on your brow bones. You must have seen all across social media how younger girls apply shimmer or lighter color around their brow bone. You don't do that as you age, as your bones are already sticking out, as the fat is depleting in your face. So any place that is already starting to protrude out means the area next to it is already sinking in. So if you have your eye area already sinking in and your skin is thinning, imagine if you applied a lighter color here on your brow bone. That is going to protrude out even more, making it look like your eyes are sinking in further. Make sense? So that's why you continue to use this color to slightly shadow and create a little depth even on your brow bone. And notice, there are no shimmers on my eyelids. So instead of black, I highly recommend you try a plum color or copper brown or matte brown, but use it closer to your lash line. Now, instead of directly applying it on your lash line, I recommend that you apply it with a flat brush like this one. This creates a more smudged eyeliner effect without spreading the product too far from your eyelashes. Don't land up using a brush like this. You don't need that. You don't need to smudge it in that area. You need to use a flattish brush to create that smudged, smoky look. Also, this technique does not give you a very sharp eyeliner effect, which means it softens your eyes and your whole makeup look. Have you noticed how harsh lines will age you, be it your eyeliner, be it your cheek contouring or dark lip liners? Once you're done smudging and blending, apply a brown eyeliner, but only in the inner eye corner as well as towards the outer eye corner. So if you notice, I completely skipped the center area of my upper lash line. In your 40s and 50s, your upper lids could be drooping already. So if you apply a black eyeliner that too right in the center, it'll take away that little space that you have left in your upper lid space. So I suggest you apply your brown eyeliner, which is more subtle and discreet, only in your inner and outer eye corners, and then create a slight flick towards the end. Make sure you stop right before your last lash line, as this creates an illusion of a lifted eye corner. And overall, just notice that this effect creates a more lifted, more subtle cat eye look without really having to create that overdone, famous cat eye look. So with age, you need to tweak what cat eye makeup means for you. Just because you see it all across social media doesn't mean it is right for your face. You want to make sure that your makeup is not noticeable. Only the result from the makeup is what people should notice. They should notice you, which is why brown eyeliner also helps to keep the shape of your face without attracting too much attention like black eyeliner does. Next is to work on your contour and blush. And the idea is to bring both of these a little bit higher. If you want to create a more lifted cheek, just angle your contouring shade slightly up. Also, use a shade lighter than you used to use a few years ago. If you have seen my face yoga videos, then it might be easier for you to understand what I'm saying about your face shape changing with age. And if you haven't watched them yet, then make sure you catch up on this playlist that I'm adding up here. If you go too low to contour, it's going to give you a very sunken cheek look, which you don't want. You may have seen younger girls contour all the way from their temples to their cheekbones. Now, if you already have hollow or hollowing temples, then you don't want to contour this area because this will create a deeper sunken temple look. If you have a narrow face or hollowing cheeks, be careful when you're contouring your cheekbones. Actually, you could just use a blush and completely skip contour completely if your face doesn't even need it anymore. Remember, just because you needed it a few years ago, you may not need it now. Now, it is only during my one-on-one self-image coaching classes that I can understand your face and help you learn how you can highlight your facial strengths and take the attention away from what might be working against you with your age. If you want to work with me, then you can fill out a contact form on my website, parmitakatkar.com, to get a complimentary consultation with my associate to see if you are the right fit for one-on-one coaching classes with me. Coming to your blush. Now apply your blush slightly higher than where you used to, just like what we did with the contour. Applying it very low can drag your cheeks down. You don't want that. I personally prefer a liquid blush. It has a more dewy effect on your skin. Or you could also go with cream blushes or powder blushes based on the look that you're going for. Cream blush is good for dry skin, and powder blush if you're looking for that matte look, or even if your skin is oily, this works better for you. And the liquid blushes are more water-based. They look more dewy on skin and they blend easily. So, another anti-aging tip is to contour your jawline. A youthful jawline has a straight line all the way from your chin to your jaw. And as we age, our faces tend to droop and sag between here, right, this area. So this is the area where you want to do a little bit of a soft shading so that you subtly create a straight line all across this area. Let's talk about your lashes. Do not overload your eyes with false eyelashes. Firstly, they just look fake with age. Actually, they look fake on anyone. Instead, go with a mascara that truly gives you that lash treatment. Imagine mascara with a lash treatment. So your mascara can actually help your lashes grow and not fall out when you're washing it off. Mine don't fall off anymore ever since I started using Beyond mascara from City Beauty, and you must have seen me show this video over and over again over the last many years because I am a huge fan of this. I have loved this more than some of the most expensive, which is Chanel. It used to be one of my favorite mascaras, but it just dried up very quickly. But nothing happens with this one. Absolutely love this, especially because my lashes have continued to become stronger with time. And most importantly, this mascara does not give you that overdone, flaky, clumpy, spidery look. Now, let's say your lashes have fallen out and you don't have too many lashes left. Then I recommend just individual lash extension only in those sparse areas, but not full length of lashes. The dense color of these false eyelashes is only going to create a more sunken eye look. If you purchase access to my 10 minutes glow up for busy beauties, which is an amazing makeup masterclass for busy women like you and me who want to do their makeup in under 10 minutes, you will have more guidance from me on how to create natural, easy looks in under 10 minutes. Now let's come back to why no false eyelashes. Another reason is that they could weigh your eyes down, and it can be very time consuming to apply them. So for all the reasons, you're better off just tight lining your lash line with a brown color and then applying a mascara like this one, Beyond Mascara from City Beauty. Here is the promo code for any products that you might want to purchase from City Beauty, because I am about to show you my favorite lip plumping lip gloss, which is my all-time favorite beauty secret that helps me avoid any lip wrinkles or lip thinning in the long run. They maintain your lip color, your lip plumpness, and you can see the results instantly. They come in multiple colors too. Now I am using their color Silver Skyline, which is the natural but shimmery, glittery, glamorous, but still a clear lip gloss on top of my lipstick. But before that, how do you create that natural pout outlining your lips when your lips have started to thin? My secret is to still use the same contour color that I used on my cheeks and eyes earlier, but a little bit of it right in the center of my Cupid's bow. This will give you that upturned lip effect. Now, instead of outlining your lips slightly outside of your natural lip periphery, trying to make them look bigger with time, use the same contour color but in a thinner eyeshadow brush. Just create that slight blurred effect around your lip liner but outward. This shadow will again give you that natural pouty lip look effect without having to look like you're trying too hard by outlining outside of your natural lip line. Use a lip liner that matches your natural lip line. Everybody's lip line, the outer lip line, is different. So try to find something that matches your natural lip line. And again, to keep the whole look more monochromatic and not distracting, I'm going to use the same liquid blush from ColourPop Cosmetics that I used on my cheeks on my lips. This shade is called She's Cute. I will list all the products that I'm using in today's video or similar options in the description below. After this, I apply my Silver Skyline lip plumper that plumps and smooths out all the wrinkles on my lips and gives my lips that natural glam look. Finally, time to settle your whole look with a silk powder. Have you heard of a silk powder? So silk powder like this one from Tatcha, it is super lightweight. It will not make your makeup look cakey even throughout the day, even if you reapply it or touch up your makeup again and again. But trust me, with the makeup look that I have suggested today, you may not have to touch up your look throughout the day because your makeup is not going to crease. So I personally love this powder because it still keeps my makeup looking dewy. There's another brand that I really like. It's called Carslin, and they have a black magnet soft focus makeup powder. Yeah, I said magnetic face powder, which is also incredible. If you're looking for a translucent powder that still keeps your makeup dewy and it keeps your makeup stay put all day, does not let it crease, then look out for these options. And that, my dear friends, is my look of the day. All of my makeup looks can be achieved in under 10 minutes. And like I said, if you do some practice with my makeup masterclass, 10 minutes glow up for busy beauties, you will get one step closer. You will start to feel like a professional mastering your own face. Remember, my goal is to let people see you glow, not your makeup. It is you who needs to get noticed. Makeup is only an accessory, not the main hero. You know what to do in the comment section. Share your excitement with me, comment and let me know. Subscribe, like and share this video with someone else who needs this knowledge. Here are all my social media handles. Make sure you follow me everywhere, especially Instagram, and catch up all my YouTube shorts. I will link some of them up here that will interest you. I will see you next week. Until then, this is Parmita Katkar signing off. Continue to blush with me.